Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to remote learning. Students, this is grade 6 social studies. We are doing our history section. This is 6 week of remote learning and we are doing the third lesson during this week. This is chapter number 19, Pakistan 1947 till 71 and beyond. I hope you all are fine and you have revised what was done previously during our first two classes of this chapter. This is page number 95 of your reading book. Before I continue the discussion, you people keep your copies, stationery items and other needed materials with you so that you may do your work and submit it timely in the Google Classroom. So previously we discussed the conditions. This chapter is the continuity of the all those chapters which were done previously during our previous months. All the chapters are related with the struggle of freedom movement, the role of Muslim leaders, the political activity, the ideology, the implementation of ideology, the struggle, the movements and the role of ladies during this movement, and finally the efforts of the leaders which were resulting in the formation of a newly formed Muslim nation as Pakistan. We can't forget the services and the important work areas which were covered by the political leader of subcontinent. Now, since Pakistan came into being due to very hard struggling phases, the important part of it, the stability of it, was again a further demand of time, as it came into being with lesser resources, with less number of politically active and educated people who can serve the country, and moreover all kind of resources were not sufficient for a newly formed nation. Moreover, the death of Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah in 1948, right after that 1 year of the Pakistan's birth, it was the event that worsened the situation and highlighted the problems in another way. After this important circumstance, there was another one in which the problems were again highlighted when Mr. Liaquat Ali Khan, who was the first Prime Minister of Pakistan, he was brutally killed during a procession in Rawalpindi. So this started a chain of destabilization and lesser progress of a developing nation. In our previous lesson, we discussed about all the events which took place from 1948 till 1958. So today's discussion is the continuity. We will talk about the events that took place right during 1959 till 69, during this decade. So this decade was generally the decade of development. We have also discussed about it as the Ayub Khan decade was a period of change and also of growth. The system of basic democracies was set up for the basis of the electoral college and appointed groups of electors for the presidential elections. In 1962, martial law was replaced by the constitutional for a presidential government. Elections were held in January 1965 and Ayub Khan won the vote. He was opposed by Ms. Fatma Jinnah. Now, you can understand the situation within the region that most of the people who are at that time they were only for shorter tenure, but Mr. Ayub Khan's tenure was the tenure which was little bit better than the previous decade, as during this the growth and development of country took place. Now we will discuss about 1969 to 1971 events. Now General Yahya Khan promised a new constitution and election. So this General Yahya Khan was the president and he replaced Mr. Ayub Khan, who was previously employing the martial law in the country. So Yahya Khan actually abolished one unit and gave one man, one vote rights to the both wings of the country, resulting in the automatic majority of East Pakistan, which had a larger population than the West Pakistan. So there was another start of the problem in which the incorrect decision or the wrong decision done by Mr. Yahya Khan paved way towards the discrimination between East and West Pakistan, as the majority of electoral votes were won and covered by the Eastern Pakistan. So election was held in 1970 and result was the predictable that Mujibur Rahman Awami League won 160 out of 300 seats, while Bhutto's party Pakistan People's Party scored 81. Mr. Mujibur Rahman as a winner claimed the prime ministership, but Yahya Khan, Bhutto and Rahman could not reach to the agreement. This postponement of the assembly's rise to the riots in the eastern wing, and ultimately the civil war was held in 1971. This resulted in the breakup of Pakistan, and India's help resulted in the creation of Bangladesh on 16 December 1971. So this was the era in which it was thought that the wrong decisions and wrong policies resulted into the breakup of newly formed Pakistan into two eastern and western wings, and ultimately to another separate country for the as named as Bangladesh. So Yahya Khan was forced to resign and Bhutto became the martial law administrator and the president. Now we will discuss about the other issues later on. Let's start with our homework for today. This is not related with our today's discussion, but this is related very much to a general idea. What are the benefits of devolution of the power? What does this mean to the common man? Now the devolution of power means giving the common man a greater say in matters that affect his life, livelihood and security, among the other things. It means that decentralization of people by giving authority to at the grassroots level. So boys and girls, we will discuss some more events during upcoming week, as we will continue this chapter during our next week also. So do your work and submit it timely in the Google Classroom. Thank you very much. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.